Hello, this is Rebel Heart Rose, and these are not pleasant events going on, and I came to discuss them while I'm on a TikTok trying to put people more aware. If you have someone riling people up, always condoning violence, you'll get violence from from people who follow them, and you will get anarchy from those who believe in there's no rules for them. This is why it's so dangerous for rhetoric ever to be included in politics. I think we need to ban rhetoric, period. One, and two, Trump needs his ass in jail. His followers too. Because this is beyond over the top. This should not be allowed. If Black Lives Matter movement did that, there'd be a lot of black people dead. A lot of people of color dead. A lot of people would have been more dead than what's going on. They had more arrests in a peaceful protest than they have going on right now, which a lot of their asses should be locked behind bars for what they did. It's a building is terrorism. Period. It is not protesting when you siege a building. It's terrorism. There is a big difference. And the people thinking they're patriots, patriots would go by the Constitution. That's against the Constitution, honey. That should not be allowed by anyone. But this is an example of white privilege and how it exists. They know they can get by with it, so they're going to do it. That's what we're standing up against. People who think they're above the law. Sound familiar? Yet their ringleader said he was above the law. One woman died that didn't have to die. Every one of their asses should be in jail. Every single one of them. That wasn't a protest. That was terrorism. That happened not by accident. That was planned. That was orchestrated. And I believe someone actually helped them do it. They knew where to come in. It just makes sense logically. They're compensating for what they lack by doing something that shitty stuff. This is supposed to be an America on democracy. This is supposed to be democracy ran. We have no king. And Rudy Giuliani on to it. He mentions trial by combat. That's only used for kings. That's used in old days. We do not have a king. We have a president. We have democracy. Anyone who wants to bring that up sure as hell is against democracy. I'm sorry for being loud, but this has got me so fucking frustrated with people. You can see the truth. hear the truth, but you still believe garbage. And this is why I get fucking frustrated with some of my family members too, because they're believing lies and bullshit over the truth, and I've proven myself to be honest and truthful, and they still believe bullshit. Exactly. And Trump getting kicked off of Twitter only for 12 hours is a slap on the wrist. What now? You should have already banned him. Twitter, what in the hell are you doing? He's too dangerous to be on any platform. Let alone look what his goons have done. Sieging buildings out of protest. That ain't a protest. That's terrorism. 101. They don't get their way, they're going to what? They're going to tell everything down. They are the opposite of what they claim to stand for. They've already proven that. They're nothing but lying hypocrites. Let's put it a step further. He gave speeches and then it got worse. I am ashamed to be an American with people who are doing this shit. And I'm going to be cussing. And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for my actions. I'm not sorry for my words. Because right now I am one pissed off person. Because given if my ancestors did that shit, they would have been killed. And so would have been my best friend's ancestors and her own. And even today, they would have been killed over that shit. Wake up, America! What is a fucking wrong with ya? My God. Are we going to go back in time where people were supreme? People thought they were supreme over the others because of race, color. Well, not. If you actually begin to think of it, I mean, a lot of the people of the old had no talent whatsoever and they let other people do their work for them. That's lazy. Unimaginative. Unimaginative. Losers. And that's what racists are. They're losers. They can't get by on what they have. So they're so mad, so jealous, and out of fear of actually giving equal rights to anyone else, they go and they siege a building. Is that really Christ-like? Hell no, that ain't Christ-like. Jesus spoke he was anti-violent. He said turn the other cheek. He never hit anybody. Wake up, America. This ain't the Christian way. Or it's not supposed to be the Christian way. But if that's the Christian way, I don't want to be a Christian. Because that's shitty. In Sunday school, I paid attention. I paid attention to those lessons that apparently people have slipped up on. There's a Bible verse or two that mentions that if you hate your neighbor and claim that you love God, then you are a liar, and the love of God is not in you. I'm saying this to the Christians who love doing this shit. God's love is not in you. If you claim you want someone dead, if you pray for someone's death, Christians supposed to have the fruit of the Spirit, long suffering, meekness, humbleness, kindness, empathy. And you have none of that, so y'all are not Christians. Y'all are pretenders. Period. Giving real good people, real good Christians a bad name. The real Christians know not to do this shit because they know what it represents. They know our enemies want us to do this. What is wrong? What is wrong with you people? Yes, I'm going to say you people. It's time you gotta taste back of your own medicine for once. I don't play you right now. You're not gonna play me. What is wrong with you people? Oh, I forgot to wear my hat. This symbol right here. This symbol right here. A white man may be playing Superman, but the morals that this character stands for, hope, generosity, kindness, to save people. What the hell happened to the morals? What happened? Love thy neighbor as thyself. I think people like that who would siege places don't need guns. They don't deserve guns. The people who do deserve guns are the ones that don't cry out guns. It's the ones that only use it for self-defense only. A woman was killed because of recklessness, selfishness, and misinformation you believe. What in the hell happened? You're not Christians. You're Satanists. Oh, I'm sorry. Satanists actually behave better. I'm sorry for the Satanist I offended. I'm proving a point. You act more like what you speak against than you do what you claim to represent. That's my point. This is a rant. This is a chit chat. This is my honest vocal onto what is happening. We used to could accept results of an election, not try to cheat. And no, the Democrats weren't the cheaters. But the one who cries out cheater is the very same one who did it. Always. It's like the boy who cried wolf, in a way. And there's another Bible verse that came to mind. Make sure your sin will find you out. That means you don't point everyone else's out before pointing your own. No one's better than anyone else. But y'all act like y'all are far superior. No, that's disgusting. Anyone who is on the bandwagon for Trump is disgusting. Because look what he's done. And y'all can't see how many lives he's wasted lying to y'all. He lies, lies, and lies. Even I caught him in a lie. And if I catch you in a lie, that is big. I believe lies over the honesty and truth. Wonder Woman stood up for truth and justice. And I bet you some of y'all love Wonder Woman and Superman. Well, they would be ashamed of you. I'm calling you out. They would have. Because they would not have said for this. They would have been against your asses. 100%. 2,000%. Those who believe lies and deception, y'all need to wake up. Y'all keep on denial and y'all believe in lies. What? What? And you have someone who's actually doing the exact thing y'all claim Democrats are going to do. But who's doing it right now? My point. And that little head flip thing with the symbol thing, don't do that shit. That shit is racist as fuck. The white power symbol needs to be destroyed. I grew up thinking it was okay symbol. I was stupid at the time. I was uninformed. But white privilege and white power need to be destroyed. Because everyone is breathing, everyone is human, everyone needs to be on equal footing. Red and yellow, black and white, lay your precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Remember that? Well, you've forsaken God by doing this shit. You're not of God. I don't know what you were, what you are, but you're worse than the people you speak against. Think about that. They are better people than you are. This turned into a rant, and I am really, really mad, and I'm really, really hungry. Go ahead with the fat jokes. Because they're lame as hell. Go with the mocking. That doesn't bother me anymore. Because I know who I am. I am someone who loves people. I love diversity. Because diversity is beautiful when we come together. But y'all want to fight against change because y'all are stupid as fuck. And not realizing by accepting people, we make ourselves even more stronger as a nation. And letting people in will give us more of an opportunity to help others. Yeah, y'all are stupid as fuck. Because y'all don't recognize what's going on in front of your own set eyes. And I'm not taking this back. This is straightforward. People of color have been hurting for generations. And they never did this, not even once. And the same ones who siege building are the ones complaining about masks. I sat during almost a 3-hour Wonder Woman movie wearing that mask the entire time. And I have asthma. I have breathing issues. And it didn't bother me. The excuse is gonna stop. When are y'all gonna just quit and realize we're better together as a diverse people than we are just trying to think only white people here, white people there? Even my ancestors, the Cherokee. They welcomed their asses. I'd rather be someone who welcomes people than put up a wall. Because welcoming people is what Jesus did, by the way, and Jesus happens to be a person of color. You would have shot him to death if he were here on this planet today. Think about it. He sure as hell was not white. I don't know if people will see this and help him. Also, what is your problem? What is y'all's problem? Can't y'all need some glasses or something, or new eyes or something? Diversity is beautiful. And helping people is what Jesus would have done. Y'all are so fucking embarrassing. Y'all are so fucking horrible. Y'all are no Christians. Not the ones not the ones that Jesus wanted you to be. You you don't think that's breaking his heart? Y'all broke his heart today. Y'all caused violence. We're a democracy. Y'all killed a woman. Her blood is all over y'all's hands. Murderers. Terrorists. You're no Christians. And Jesus wept. Jesus would not have stood for that. I 100% know Jesus and I talk to God. God speaks through me, Jesus too. I'm spiritual. I'm not a religious fraud. I don't cheat people out of money. And they're the ones who are rallying behind this. I saw a rainbow yesterday. And brightened up my day. But Jesus never wanted you to break anything or do this. And I bet you a lot of y'all sell shit in church. You know, Jesus turned over tables in church because of that shit. But he never once harmed anyone. Worshipping false idols like Trump is a one ticket to hell. You just put him on the same pedestal as Jesus, and he's the opposite of Jesus in every fucking way. He refused to help y'all. And the fact that he said that he was for the 2000 check was definitely a throw off. Because if he was, he would have done that back in May of last year. So he bullshitted you. Y'all got cheated. Y'all got blinded. Because y'all can't see the truth. Nothing. Jesus thought y'all were something. But doing this, you don't have the love of God in you. You don't have Jesus in you. You wouldn't want to hurt anybody. A woman's dead because of y'all's stupidity. I don't know how y'all were raised. If I carried on like that, I would have been. I wouldn't be living. Somebody need to call y'all's mama or call y'all's good parents or anything. Because good people don't do this shit. Yeah, you can protest, but this crossed the fucking line. And someone needs to be your parent, apparently. Because y'all are acting like brats who didn't get their way. Grow the hell up. The my body, my choice is really shitty. Because y'all stole that from an actual real movement. Government shouldn't have a say so over a woman's body. But when the health is actually important, that's up to the doctor to decide. And the doctors were saying it would help protect your ass from it. But if you want to get COVID, go ahead. Be on a ventilator. But don't pass it on to others who don't want it. It's selfish, it's needy, and it's that attitude of entitlement that y'all claim us liberals have. Look in the mirror. Y'all have this sense of entitlement yourself. I'm pretty much fed up with people claiming to love Jesus but do this shit. You're not proving to me you do. You're proving me to be the opposite. You walk the walk. You don't talk the talk. And what I'm seeing is y'all are more of the demons variety than you are of the saint variety. Superman would have helped anyone, but he would have been so disappointed in these actions too. And I know y'all, some of y'all, I could probably grew up around. I'm ashamed. Ashamed. It's not never okay to storm a, a capital with guns. That's terrorism. That's not military, that's terrorism. And that ain't a protest. It's terrorism. Y'all are labeled terrorists to me. And anyone who supports that, I'll know you as a terrorist. From this day forward, you are a terrorist. You're no saint. All y'all want is chaos and violence. If y'all really wanted peace, y'all would have shut the hell up and accepted a loss. Y'all kept on saying to Democrats and liberals for them to shut up and take a loss. They never did this shit. They are better people at times. I've seen the worst in both sides on occasions. On occasions. But I'm saying this side to the right, far right, in the right side, has been the most atrocious, annoying individuals ever to walk the face of this earth. I'm just getting started with their asses. Do you actually think Jesus wanted to stir up the shit? Y'all are worshiping someone that's not American, but yet y'all want to close doors to someone like him. Don't get me started on how much of a hypocrite y'all are. No, kindness ain't going to get it this time because we've always been trying to kind. But this, y'all crossed the fucking line. No more kindness. Anyone who supports this and tells me about it, you're blocked. Your ass is blocked. I don't want you on this page. I don't want to have anything to do with you. That's terrorism. That's not patriotic. It's terrorism. Y'all sicken me. Sicken me to no end. You claim to be American. You sure as hell don't act American. You sure as hell act like our enemies wanting us to split and divide. You sure act more like an enemy than you are an American. I'm done with anyone who sides with that shit. I believe in change. I believe in accepting people for who they are. I believe in diversity. I believe in the beauty of someone's skin. I believe in equality. I believe in future generations coming together, loving each other. But this shit is not lovable. This shit is terrorism. Y'all's who all involved should be locked your ass up in Azkaban or any kind. I would say get a place like Arkham Asylum and put your asses in it. Yes, I'm a geek, and I'm gonna do some things like shit like that and get it through y'all's thick skulls. Sieging a building is terrorism, not protest. Sit-ins are different. Sit-ins, you don't take guns with you. With guns, and you go into people's personal space, destroy their stuff. Even Black Lives Matter didn't do that shit. A lot of the times, the people behind that happen to be white, and some of them happen to be co- undercover cops too. Get your facts straight. Pay attention. I can't see that y'all following a fictitious dictator wannabe. He's a wannabe dictator and he ain't even good at it. People see through his bullshit because of history. He's trying to repeat the history. But y'all would know that if y'all actually read a book. if y'all actually paid attention in history class. And if y'all actually realize some of the history books lied. They were only told by, some of them were only told by white people, not from the perspective of other people. And those of you who still claim Christopher Columbus was brilliant, go to hell. He raped, he hurt people, and he didn't discover America. I'm really fucking frustrated with y'all. I really am. It's funny, the people that have the most morals happen to be atheists or any other beliefs, as opposed to Christianity wanting to kill people when one of the Ten Commandments. Oh, don't get me started on the Ten Commandments. A lot of y'all already broke them. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not spread. Wait a minute, what is it? What is it? Thou shalt not take the God's name in vain is one of them. I'll do that anyway too. Um, thou shalt not spread false. What's the real one? Thou shalt not covet the other's property or neighbor or love or whatnot. Even David failed on that one. Um, thou shalt not. I'm gonna have to look them up. There's one, two in particular. One in very much particular that I want to get into, and for y'all who claim to be Christians, even I know it. Y'all wouldn't be doing this shit. No other gods before me. Y'all are already broken that law by having Trump as your god, by the way. You shall not make yourself a carved image, which is the same thing about having a idol. And the first going hand to hand, a graven image, a golden calf. Take the Lord of your God in vain. Yep. Remember the Sabbath day. A lot of y'all work on Sunday, so or any Sabbath day. Honor your father and mother. Oh, y'all definitely broken this one. I th- yeah. You shall not murder. You shall not murder. A woman died. Her blood is on y'all's hands. This should not have happened. Murderers. You shall not commit adultery. I bet you. I bet you a lot of y'all have committed adultery. And y'all are still claiming God. You're doing it for God. You're doing it for Christianity. You shall not steal. Oh, what did y'all do? Y'all stole property and destroyed it. Oh, this one I love. This one I love. Because y'all, y'all are bearing false witness against y'all's neighbor by believing all this misinformation against another group of people. You got me started on this shit. You shall not bear false witness against thy neighbor. I have to call y'all out. I call myself out because some of these are broken. But this one I've always kept true. I don't lie on people. And I try so hard not to believe in false information. I know it's not easy, but believe the truth. The truth is painful, yes, but it's painless in the long run. And you shall not covet, I've always said. You shall not covet anything that doesn't belong to you. That leads to stealing. If y'all want to claim God, but don't love your neighbor, you're liars. Just saying. I'm renting. I can go on for an hour. I don't really need anyone on here. Right now I am really, really revved up because this shit, nothing but fake fronts. And just went to pray. That's 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 okay. But praying for an election to be cheated, God ain't going to answer you there. Because that's stealing an election. What are the one of the 10 Commandments? Thou shalt not steal. You want me to go ahead and say them again? Do I need to go any further? Do not bear false witness against thy neighbor is probably the one y'all need to shut up. Y'all believe misinformation and then spread it like wildfire on Facebook. That's bearing false witnesses, you assholes. I've known some good people. I know a few good preachers, and I know some very good Christian people. They would not tolerate this shit, and they're good people. I'm just calling out the fake ass ones who use God as an excuse. 10 Commandment, thou shalt not murder. Y'all murdered somebody today. Her life is on y'all's hands because y'all can't act with some sense and decency and just if y'all protest, y'all could have protested, but this was beyond protesting. This was an act of terrorism. And it's serious. Y'all's asses should be locked up for life. I'm saying for life because this costed a life. A life for a life. Y'all don't get the point. Y'all are despicable on every account. Y'all have no right to like Superman. Y'all have no right to go and like Wonder Woman because y'all don't have those values. Anyone who would agree with this shit that happened today, y'all are not good people. You're horrible. Terrible. Y'all don't have the fruit to spit it like you claim to have. I can go on and on with it because I feel like I'm preaching, and maybe I should end up being that because I'm pretty good at it. Pretty good with making speeches. But I'm telling you this, a protest is peaceful. but rioting is terrorism. I didn't even agree with with some of the people. I doubt were Black Lives Matter people who did the riots. And I don't agree with this. Y'all claim y'all want peace, but y'all are causing chaos. You're liars, and the truth is not in you. Claim to love God, but you hate your neighbor because they're a skin color. You're liars. The truth is not in you. Read your fucking Bible. That verse is in there. And the 10 Commandments are in there. I may not be perfect. And you don't have to go to church to actually be a real, true, good hearted person. I think a lot of people are using church now as like, I know there's some good churches. I exclude them. I'm excluding the good ones. But some of them aren't even used. They're not used for good. They're used to just for popularity purposes. They don't help people. They don't help the homeless, even though they can open the doors to help the homeless. They don't do that. I'm not talking about poor churches. I'm talking about the ones that got money dollars in their eyes. Good hearted people see through your bullshit. Anyone who would siege a building is a terrorist. That's what terrorists do. They do bomb threats for crying out loud. Like what happened today was not a protest, it was a terrorist attack. Bomb threats. Person dead. Go ahead. Keep saying you're Christians. You're not. We see through that bullshit. That is no excuse. Christians don't do this. God wouldn't accept this. Because it's in the 10 Commandments. He wouldn't. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Don't believe misinformation. 2. Do not kill. Y'all killed. Y'all stole. Y'all damaged others' property, and y'all coveted everyone else's. What's odd again, if you study further in the Bible, Jesus said, "Suffer the little children to come unto me." He said, "Everyone." And then that song, Jesus loves the little children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his sight. Where's white? At the end. Red and yellow, black and white. White was not first. Is that going to make you scream? Is that going to make you yell? Because he loved everyone. Everyone. Regardless of what skin color you have. And y'all are fighting to exclude people of color and still think y'all call yourselves Christians? No. You have no right. And the more honest I am with you on that front. I grew up in church. I know exactly what it takes to be a Christian, just a belief. Just a belief. But you can lose that. I think you can lose your Christianity by doing the shit like this. Y'all can't claim to love God and do shit like this. Because that doesn't go hand in hand. My heart goes out to the people. Even my best friend's scared for her life. She lives near DC. Alicia is scared for her life. I'm scared for her. My best friend, my sister, LaShawn, is scared for her life. I'm scared for hers. I care about other people. Christians care about other people in despite of themselves. I don't know who hears this rant, but I'm tired of this shit. Get your act together. Do fucking better. This is my chit chat. I'm gonna end it right here. This is Rebel Heart Rose, and I stand behind everything I've said. Ciao for now.